Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be going over my haul that we got for the month of February. DVDs, Blu-rays, everything, 4Ks even, of course, of horror and more. So let's dive right into it. Listen, I know it's been a little while since I put up a video. I've been dealing with a lot of personal issues, not for me personally, but they've all been taken care of. So we will be getting out more reviews and things this week. So stick around for that. If you haven't already, please do listen to the podcast that we post on here. Or if you just want to listen to the audio, you can find Beyond the Void Horror Podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Definitely give it a whirl because we did 2 movies this week that are dealing with underwater horror movies from 1989. Pretty cool episode. Definitely check it out. But let's dive into what I got this month. A lot of new, old, and deals that I got from all the different stores. We got a pretty big haul this month. First up, we got Revenge of the Nerds, which is a great movie from my childhood that I used to watch all the time about nerds getting their comeuppance on a bunch of jocks who are trying to bring it to them in college. This was just a fun, silly movie that I used to watch all the time as a kid. If you've seen it, definitely give a shout out in the comments. We picked this up at the dollar store, not the Dollar Tree, but the dollar store for $2. I don't know why it was 2. But hey, for $2, I'd pick this up. You'll have to excuse me a little bit today. I forgot to take my allergy medications, and I have a stuffed up nose, so forgive me. But up next, we got Earthquake. The Great Los Angeles Earthquake, might I add. We saw this in the dollar pile at our local trade-in store for horror movies and all kinds, just movies in general. And we just figured we'd give it a whirl. I know it's not the Earthquake movie that I always remember, so I don't remember this. I do remember when the Los Angeles earthquake happened, and holy crap. I'm always kind of into these kind of films anyway, so I figured I'd give it a whirl. Have you guys seen it? Let me know if it's any good. Up next, we got Black Hawk Down 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray plus digital. This thing looks pretty damn good, and it does have HDR. We went to Best Buy for this, and I think they do price matching, by the way, guys. So for Amazon. So if you ever have like a movie that you want to get and you order through Amazon and you want to pick it up locally instead of wait a day or two, you can always go down to Best Buy, show them on your phone how much the price is, and then go get it for that price. So they'll price match it. They have to do it for each one, but hey, saves you a few bucks. It's like getting a discount. But I just rewatched this. This thing looked amazing. I actually am a really big fan of this movie, where Black Hawk went down and they had to basically get these guys out of there. And another one went down. It's based on true events. It's not exactly how it was. It's polished up to make it look cool for the movie. I really enjoy this movie. I wanted to have this on 4K, and I think I got it for like $11. Up next, we got One Missed Call Trilogy, which is from Arrow. I actually picked this up at the local store. It just came out within the past couple of weeks, and I had to pick it up because look at all these contents. I mean, you not only do you get the first movie with Takashi Miike directing, a horror film, which he's done like 3 or 4, but you also get the Renpai Tsukamoto and Manabu Aso, which is all 3 of the One Missed Call movies, not the remake, by the way, guys. So you're not going to find that one in there, although it's not a big miss here. This is from the original series, so they even had a TV series about it. And this Monday coming up, we are doing a review of all 3 of the movies, all the trivia, everything that you can find, and what we thought of this Blu-ray. So if you want to check it out, I will say this is a really good, I mean, listen to some of these special edition contents. The making of One Missed Call, commentary by Miike archival interviews and One Missed Call with actors. Plus, they go over all the other movies. They have archival interview of One Missed Call with Takashi Miike. One Missed Call alternative ending. They got the making of One Missed Call 2. I thought it was a really good deal. This you will find for about $40, and it's got this weird kind of lenticular cover, but it feels like rubber. I'm a big fan of J-horror, and I was following it pretty closely back in the day, back in the early 2000s and late 90s. So it was a big craze then. So if you're interested and you've been wanting to either watch these or rewatch these, it's out. But tune in Monday because we're going to have a whole fucking episode on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of thoughts about it. We've already watched 2 of the movies, and we're going to watch the next one, the third one, The Final Call, tonight. Up next, one of the most beloved romantic stories I think that has ever been told in the horror genre. I'm sorry. Bad joke. Sorry. Okay. But this is NECromantic. It is infamous because it's about a couple who have sex with a dead person that literally looks like mush. And it's really disgusting. There is some scenes in this. I have heard, I haven't seen this in forever, by the way, because this is not a movie that you watch every fucking year. But it is one of those movies that I want to collect as like a sort of a historical thing. This is actually by Jörg Buttgereit. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It even comes with, I can't show that one, but they have some postcards. This one has nudity on it, so I won't get demonetized. NECromantic, Beyond Fest, postcards that you can use. Not that you would really use them. Hey, Mom, check out this dead porno movie. Hope you're doing well. Love, Alex. Anyway, this is probably going to be a review for the following week. Not this Monday, where we're doing One Missed Call Trilogy, but the following Monday, we're going to be doing an entire podcast on both of these movies because we got NECromantic 2. Same company, Cult Epics. It's got a bunch of extras and stuff on these, by the way. On the first one, it includes 2 versions of NECromantic. The new director-approved transfer and the new Grindhouse HD version taken from the theatrical 35mm print. Never before released short film, Hot Love in HD, which, woo, we're going down the hole on that one, boy. So there's a lot of stuff on these 2 movies, but yeah, it's going to be interesting for my girlfriend to watch these. She's never seen these. Again, these are not movies that you watch every freaking year. It is kind of like when you see a car accident and you can't help but look. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen these. I think it's been like, I don't know, 5 years or something like that. I've been waiting to get these on Blu-ray because, you know, if you want to see people having sex with a corpse, I mean, you gotta... I'm sorry, I'm really a well-adjusted individual. At least I'd like to think. Hi, Mom! Up next, Dr. Sleep 4K. This is awesome. This has the director's cut on the Blu-ray. And this is an HDR, by the way. I've heard a lot of people say that one of the best examples of HDR that you can find on a 4K right now. It comes with, you know, the 4K Ultra HD of the original Blu-ray and a digital code. Now, something I found out, if you guys like to collect your digital codes and stuff like that on top of it so you have easy access to it and still have the physical as well, you can put it to Movies Anywhere, which is what I do, and I noticed on Vudu, they have a 4K transfer of the director's cut, the HDR version, as well as the original theatrical. So while this one only has theatrical version on 4K and the Blu-ray has the director's cut, if you want to see the director's cut in full 4K HD glory, you can if you go to plug in your code and then go to Vudu to watch it. So just something that you might want to know going forward. But I love this movie. It was in my top 10 of last year. If you haven't seen it, you really should. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. So up next, I don't know what I'm doing. Christian Bale, Taye Diggs, Equilibrium. This is actually a Canadian release, which I picked up from Hamilton Books. If you guys aren't familiar with Hamilton Books, you should check them out. They have sales all the time for like $3 for like Blu-rays and stuff like that of movies that you might want to get. You know, they range in price and things depending on what you're getting. These are all brand new overstock type things. I've never gotten a used one from them, and I'm not even sure if they sell used. But that's another place to go if you guys are interested in picking up Blu-rays, and I think they might have 4Ks. I'm not 100% sure, but I picked this up there for $3. I love this movie. I saw this in the theater when it came out. Not many people did. It was a sleeper hit that a lot of people didn't realize until later when it hit video and people watched it. They were blown away by it. It was part kind of like The Matrix, everybody kept calling it. But it's an interesting concept about the future and how we remove emotion from ourselves to the point where we don't war anymore. It does a really stylistic job because there's these guys who go out and enforce no emotion because everybody is forced to take their pill I think it's like every 12 hours or something like that to keep them from having an emotion and feeling so that they don't go to war again. So it's this really dystopian kind of future, or dystopian, or I don't know what you want to call it. It's an interesting concept, though, and I thought it was a really great movie, so I enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. It's a great sci-fi action film, so check it out.
Oh, the fly! Shoot him!
Up next, we got the Gracefield incident. They've arrived. This is another one of those films that I think yes, it's a Canadian print of this movie. I don't think that means anything different about the movie. It's just from there, but we got this from Hamilton Books as well. It's one of those sort of found footage sort of films about aliens, which I kind of like. I think they're fun and interesting. I don't remember loving this film, but I don't remember hating it either. It's kind of interesting. You can kind of see on the back there, got some interesting stuff going on that shows a lot more. I have kind of a niche interest for these kind of things, so we picked it up. Have you guys seen it? What did you think? Up next,
Conan the Destroyer.
Every now and then I just want to go back and I just like action films. I don't know what it is, but I like action films as well. And this is one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. There was 2 plus Red Sonja and something else I can't remember, but I got this for $3 as well. Couldn't pass it up. Same place, Hamilton Books. Check it out. If you've not seen early Schwarzenegger movies, you should definitely watch them if you're an action fan. What more do you want me to say about that? Up next, Slender. Don't trust the shadows. Christina picked this one up at the Dollar Tree, actually. She saw it in there, and we figured, for $1, we'll take a chance on it. It says, 4 friends looking for a new project discover the chilling story of a woman who claims that her child or children were abducted by a mysterious suited man. At first, the friends dismiss the woman as crazy, but when the inexplicable occurs, they are exposed to the horrifying truth that something is out there, and it's coming for them.
It's your fault. None of us wanted to do this.
And it's coming for them.
I don't know. This looks like it's kind of done in a found footagey way, so I'm kind of curious to see how this one ends up. It's a buck. Why not? Up next. Yeah, Extro. Now, this is fucking awesome. I love this. First of all, a big shout out to Plemke. He's one of the guys that comes to all of my streams. We do streams on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at address. So if you want to come to Twitch and come say hi, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night from like 5 to whenever. Plemke picked this up for me and sent it out to me. He knows that I've been a big fan of this movie. It's just so fucking weird about a guy who had sex with a woman. He was an alien, and the kid is half alien, and it is just 80s crazy. But the cool thing about this is that they have like different versions with alternate endings and everything on this. This is from Second Sight. You're going to be seeing a lot more of them in the 4K age here now, because if you guys don't know, 4Ks are region free, so you can watch them on any player and buy them anywhere in the world, and it doesn't matter. Thank God. Why have we not done this sooner? We should have done that in the Blu-ray age, but no. The print is beautiful. This is just 1080p, by the way. It's not 4K or anything. It is the region-free version, so he got it on Amazon, so I don't know which one it is, because sometimes if you've ever gone to Amazon and looked at some of these movies, they'll say, region 2 only, blah, 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 and it's like, not. Like a good example of this is the box set for House 1 through 4. That actually is a box set that I was able to play, no problems, and it said it was regioned. But this one is really awesome. I'm super thankful for this. So thank you very much, Plemke. I really appreciate it, man. That was super cool of you. Lots of creatures and freaky shit running out in the middle of the road. Just gory and fucking weird. And it's everything that I love. It almost reminds me of a Cronenberg film or David Lynch film, early stuff. So, like, it's just out there, man. You got to check it out. Up next, Hellions. Now, for those of you who know me or have been following the podcast for a while, there's a movie that I always recommend to people, and that is Pontypool. So if you want to check that out, you should, because the director of that, Bruce McDonald, directed this film. So this is what led me to this movie. Now, I watched this some time ago, and it's an indie film, for sure. It's actually pretty good. In some ways, it kind of reminds me of Trick or Treat, like the Pumpkinhead version. In other ways, it's not, but it has Robert Patrick in it and Chloe Rose, who I think do a really good job in this movie. It's a very stylized film. I don't know how to explain it without ruining it, because it's really easy to ruin. Let's just say that this girl is kind of haunted by some like killer kids. They're supernatural. And it's kind of freaky stuff here, but there's some gore in it and some stuff that I was like, yes. So I picked this up for $3 at Hamilton Books. You can too, probably, if it's still there. If you're a fan of Pontypool and you like that direction, you might want to check out Bruce McDonald's other movie called Hellions. He's done quite a few, but I like it.
Get the hell out of here.
Up next, We Are Still Here. This is a movie that Christina and I watched together a long while ago, many years ago. I think this came out 2015, it says. It was from the same producers who did The House of the Devil, I believe, and yes, and Starry Eyes. It's really hard to say this guy's name, but I think it's pronounced Ted Gagan.
Gagan or Gagan.
I thought it was pretty cool. Christina liked it a lot more than I did. And, you know, I might have had a different perspective back then than I will now. So we're going to rewatch this here sometime soon to check it out. It's pretty gory. It has some really cool stuff in it. Plus, you also have Barbara Crampton and Larry Fessenden in this. That's always a plus, in my opinion, about a bunch of people being haunted in this house. And there's people that are still there. And it's actually pretty cool. So you should check it out. Have you guys seen it? If you have, let me know in the comments down below. We're getting close to the end here, guys, so don't worry. Up next, we got Payback Time triple feature. This is with Blind Fury, which is Rutger Hauer movie that's actually really awesome. I loved every minute of it. We got Silent Rage with Chuck Norris. It's kind of like a really weird mix of action and Chuck Norris and slasher. So a lot of people call it a slasher. Wasn't too bad. Didn't like it as much as Blind Fury, but it's actually a pretty weird gem to have. And I have no idea what White Line Fever is, but it's from the 70s. Got this for $3, essentially getting 3 movies for $3. How can you lose? This was up on the Hamilton Books website, so if you're looking to pick that up for cheap, I'd do it. The copies seemed and looked really good to me. I think some of these are up on Amazon Prime if you want to check them out. But yeah, I thought it was a really good deal, so we picked it up.
What's your problem, jerk-off? You blind? Yeah. What's your excuse? Holy shit.
Up next.
Bam! We got the Neon Demon, which is looking a little bad cover-wise, but whatever. I wasn't like a huge fan of this movie. The Neon Demon is essentially a metaphor for Los Angeles, from what I remember, being pretty, being successful and being perfect and how the downfalls of it are and what people are willing to do to step on each other to get where they need to get. Does it a little bit gory too, so it's a little slow. It does have some vibiness to it, I would say. Pretty killer soundtrack if you ask me. It is a little slow for most people though, so if you can't get into that kind of thing, you might want to skip it. But I picked it up for $1. Christina did at the Dollar Tree, so $1, I'll pick this up. Hell yeah, I don't mind. I didn't hate it. I don't remember if I loved it or not. I think I gave it like a 7 or something like that, but it's pretty stylistic. If you're interested in those kind of slow burn kind of films about that topic, maybe it's for you. Oh, and I almost fucking forgot. Jesus, this thing's so huge. I wasn't even thinking of a Blu-ray, but we got The Strain complete first season. There's like a little head in here. Christina wouldn't let me open this up until I actually did the video. So comes with, you know, the first season on Blu-ray. It's got 3 discs, this bust, some of the special features they got in the beginning, a novel approach, Here Is Here, Trachean's Lair, audio commentary and select episodes, deleted scenes, gag reel, FX teasers, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, so I'm going to open this up real quick because Christina would kill me if I didn't include this in the in the video. So she's a big fan of the show. I was into like the half of the first season, and then it kind of started going downhill for me. So I wasn't exactly like super into it. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So you can see this. We got this set, and this we got at Hamilton, by the way, for $7. So the whole first season with this bust head. In the back here, you got the Blu-ray. But yeah, it's pretty much just, you know, the discs, I should say, 1 through 3. Fits really neatly in the back here. So you just put this on your shelf, close it back up right here. Pretty cool little, oh, it feels pretty nice actually. And the bust is pretty cool looking. Not a bad little set there for $7. I'd take this. I mean, this could be worth something in the future. They may still have it up on Hamilton too, so if you're interested. But yeah, what do you guys think? Would you pick it up? Did you like the show as much as Christina? Let me know in the comments down below. Last, but holy fuck, definitely not least, one of my favorite films this year. I went to the theater to see it 2 times for $15 a ticket. Then we bought this 4K transfer of Color Out of Space. It's like you were made for me. Color Out of Space. I love you. We're one and the same. I'd just like to apologize for that. Yeah! A Nicolas Cage movie. It's the return of Richard Stanley to the director's chair. And holy fuck, is it one of the best adaptations that you will find of Lovecraft, in my opinion. Now, it's not word for word. It's a modern take. But in my book, this is the first time I have ever seen Dredd in an H.P. Lovecraft film adaptation. And man, by the end of the film, I was almost in tears. I have an entire review on this movie, so if you want to check it out, me and my girlfriend both saw it. She wasn't too big of a fan of it, so it is dividing people. If you haven't, you should definitely listen to our review on it. We go into depth about a lot of what we liked and didn't like about it. We do a spoiler-free first. I'll just tell you right now, this is going to be in my top 10 list probably by the end of the year. If this isn't on the top 10 list of this year, then we had probably one of the best film years we've ever had. Now, the downside of this 4K from RLJE, which is RLJ Entertainment, they didn't do the HDR transfer on this. So I haven't seen it in the 4K yet. unfortunately, and it doesn't come with a digital code, but I'll take the best version of it that you can possibly get. If they ever put out another one, I'll be buying that one too. There are some features on this which I liked, actually. 15-minute the making of Color Out of Space, maybe 20 minutes. And then they have some deleted scenes, which I was really hoping for more, because in one of the press junkets that they did, or after one of the festivals that they showed this and premiered this at, they had a big sit down with the director, Nicolas Cage, and all the actors. They said that there was going to be all this extra scenes that you haven't seen that were even more crazy. I don't know if that was just hype rhetoric. I don't know, but it didn't really show all that much. So I hope that this gets a future HDR print as well, but if you haven't seen it, I'd pick it up anyway. I've seen it for as low as like $17 on Amazon for the 4K, and it comes with a Blu-ray. So if you're looking to start collecting 4K in hopes that you're going to get a 4K TV at some point, because I'm sure you will, this is a good way to start collecting for it, because you can always watch the Blu-ray until you get a 4K TV. So love this movie. Suck a dick if you don't. I'm kidding. I don't care if you hate me and you think this movie sucks. I absolutely loved it. I've never felt that kind of feeling watching an H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. They've all had some moments and some tension and, you know, some really cool storytelling in a lot of different movies, and some of them have been really gory, which I love. This one for me is probably the ultimate. But yeah, guys, that's it. We are done for the haul for this month. It's going to be a little bit of a light haul for next month, probably, because we kind of overspent this month and we had a lot of things that we had to take care of. Again, I'm sorry for the late videos on this. I'm trying to get everything done. If you've listened to the podcast, you probably know more about what that situation was. So thank you guys so much for coming by each one of these videos. The support that you give me really means a lot to me, because really, I just like sharing this with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you for the next video. I'm going to be doing a review of Verotica, so stick around for that. But other than that, thanks for stopping by, and as always, long live the void.